And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. Alright, I should have full construction coverage up here. I added a couple spurs here and there to get everything covered. Not sure if I really want to destroy all of the trees, but we'll keep that an option. Keep that option open. I don't know what this is a blueprint for. What was this a blueprint for? I can't even remember. It's a weird design. That looks like... yeah, it looks like all of my assemblers. Or all my inserters. That's what the word I was looking for. Okay, so this is going to be a serious undertaking. These are all unload stations. They are indeed. So we want one. We want to make sure this matches up. And we're not going to have enough resources to build this whole thing, because we need 1, 2, 3 of these. Granted, I probably don't have that many cars of, circuits and everything, but we might as well plan for the future. I think that's a good idea. Let's see. How many cars do we have? Yeah, we only have 4 cars loading for green circuits, unfortunately. Look at that, they're backed up. Beautiful. So yeah, we're missing a lot of stuff. Steel chests, which that's going to melt my steel away yet again. And inserters, which should come with just a few minutes of time. So naturally, one of these will be green circuits. I want this to be pasted here. One of these will be copper, and we don't really have any major copper smelting to speak of yet. And this is red because I don't have any more of these. So I'm going to place this one manually. This one can be placed separately. So yeah, there's a lot of copper over here. We're gonna need to expand copper to really punch this up. But I want to copy the color here. No, let's copy this one and dial it in to here. Okay. The other one is plastic. Well, we have plastic right up here, so let's copy this and paste it here. So now that we've got all that stuff pasted and ready to go, I'm going to get rid of some of these trees just because I want space to walk around. Alright, bots, come back into me. We need to rename these so the trains don't accidentally come over here, because they'd come over here and nothing would happen. So this is Reds Green Unload. This is Reds Copper Unload. And this is Reds Plastic Unload. And then this one can stay red. This is going to be Reds Red Load. As it's slowly building up, that's a lot of inserters and a lot of chests and just a lot of material in general. So I've got a blueprint, and the link to this blueprint book is going to be in the description. But it's my large production blueprint book. It's got just some miscellaneous ramblings, just miscellaneous stuff. So I want to put that in here and export it to my inventory. And then we can go through here and I'm going to wheel click this. Shift mouse wheel down to change active blueprint. So the blueprint we want is a new type of red circuits. This one right here, this is a new design that I'm trying out for my red circuit production. It's a fairly large endeavor, but it's got a lot of potential for just excellent stuff. So we're gonna put this, I'm gonna have this going down, and all this ores is gonna come up and in. So I want to give a little bit of space for that uranium, a little bit of working on that uranium. So we're gonna go underneath this and try. I might have to get rid of all these laser turrets first, because we don't need them. Don't need them in here because we are completely covered. Oh, look at that. The stumps are finally disappearing. That's good. Good news. Okay, so large production. Where is that blueprint? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's start this up. Oh, I actually want to walk away. I want to walk away because I don't want any of the shenanigans happening where my inventory just empties out. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Do this from the mini map. All right, so we're gonna have all those going down. That's good, and the red circuits return go up. So here. And there's one minor mistake with this. I've misplaced one electric pole. So we're going to just put as many of these as we can in this stack. I'm not sure how many we're going to be able to support. But you can see they include beacons. And we don't have any beacon production yet, I don't think. Let me check my logistics system and look for a beacon. Well, we've got a few in there, but I think those are ones that I've probably dropped in my garbage, so we're going to need a beacon assembly. And of course my bots are going to try to deliver some stuff. That's fine. So yeah, these are all requesting circuits, or modules. And we don't have nearly the module production to support these, especially the productivity modules. So we're going to try to head back to the main base here. Ooh, look at the dead trees. All right. So gears disappeared. Wow, because of... Wow, interesting. No idea. Module production. Yeah, see, I shut down speed modules and I shut down productivity modules while we were working. So module wise might not get all done. As far as beacons go, that's going to be green, red circuits, steel, and copper. Oh no, I do have beacon production right here. Oh, sweet! I had no idea. So I want a few more. I want a few more stacks. They only stacked to 10, so a few more of those. I had no idea I had beacon production up and running. I don't know when I did that, but that was a good move. Because beacons are good. So those beeps, that's gonna get kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Not really much to do about that. Just did not have the module production that I needed. Of course, I could, just maximize production with beacons and stuff, but we don't have the circuit production to keep up with that, heightened pace of module production. Wow, lots of undergrounds. Yeah, that was a very underground heavy blueprint that I placed. So there's millions of gears are going to be used. Can I cross? I'm not seeing any trains. Come in here. Maybe my own robots will help out. Empty out my inventory. Maybe use a little bit of what I have to quicken the pace a little bit. I just said a little bit way too many times. But yeah, we have here, let me explain this setup here. So instead of running, let me compare it to this setup. Okay, so this setup, we're using 2 copper cable producers to feed 12 assemblers of red circuits. And we're bringing in the green circuits and the plastic on the same belt, so we're sharing sides. This setup, in stark contrast, has 2 belts going down here, 1 each for circuits and 1 for plastic. Copper goes right down the middle, so copper goes right down the middle, and we have 1 assembler feeding 4 red, or 1 copper cable assembler feeding 4 red circuit assemblers, and that works out pretty well, especially with the beacons and stuff. And once you get all the once you get all the modules in, which, let's face it, I mean, 229 modules. I think module 3s, those are a minute a piece, so you're looking at hours. You're looking at hours and hours of trying to get all of these things made. But they produce pretty fast. So the output goes on to these inside tracks, and these go up in the opposite direction. Now you can flip these around if you want, but I have them going the opposite direction. So copper comes in this side, and the red circuits come out. So let's go up here. I probably don't have any. Oh, I do have belt. That's good. Don't have any undergrounds though. Oh, what? Okay, so we have copper going in and red circuits coming out, and these I can take away. Oh. Okay, and then so copper goes in, and then these can be taken away, and then red circuits come out like that. And then green circuits and plastic all go in here. And it's a full belt of each. It's really made for, train unloading, when you can load a full belt pretty easily. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 belts of each, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 banks of each unload. Now, granted, we don't really have loading stations that have that much capacity, although I could easily extend this out and just take this away. I might just do that, give my construction bots something to do for a little while they wait for things. All right. Good times. Yeah, a lot of beacons. 50 more beacons are going to be needed. So yeah, this is a very intense setup for, what we use it for. And it's going to take a while to get all up and running. And once they're done, these things actually produce really, really fast with the beacons that we have and the modules. I have 2 productivity and 2 speed modules set up in each one of those, and then speed modules in all of the beacons. So yeah, it produces a lot of red circuits. Let's just say that, a lot of red circuits. And I'm out of, I don't have any steel chests on me. Well, that's gotta change. I want 50 steel chests on me at all times, please. All right. Well, how are we gonna route? I'll probably only enable one of these vertical stacks at a time until we get better green circuit production, or we really start ramping up. I think 1 stack will probably be fine. I could disassemble 1 whole stack. In fact, I think I might, just because it'll save on modules. So we are going to disassemble all of these. Do it. And that cuts way down on the required materials. Just because we shouldn't really need any more undergrounds. I think that probably covers the underground needs quite a bit. But yeah, there's one mistake in this blueprint, and I caught it after I made the blueprint and I made the string and I pasted it out. You can see there's one inserter here that is missing. I misplaced. Let me get this thing out. So you can see here is the power pole right at the assembler. Well, I misplaced it and put it down here instead. So it's just in the wrong spot. So I'm gonna take this one out, put it up here. Actually, I need to bring it back one. I think, yeah, that works. It's a little closer to this one than it is the other one. And then this one up here, same deal. And then this one up here. One more, two more, three more. I don't know. Okay, this one should be the last. There we go. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over it. Why is this all unconnected? Why? Why is this not connected to this? That's weird. That was weird. Usually they connect across, but I had too many poles in there, so the lines were getting crossed. All right, so let's plan on bringing in circuits first. We're gonna split and merge them to share. So we're gonna do circuits on the outside, and then inside. I can't really cover that, so we're gonna do this. Like so. So this is where green circuits are gonna come in. And we're gonna have two belts of green circuits coming in. I just split it, I just kind of use a splitter there just because they're gonna use, you know, the inside of the belt here and then the inside of the belt on this side. So they should balance each other out, and using a splitter will just help the chests balance out as well. And so same with the plastic. We're going to have a plastic going up in here. We're going to use a splitter. And we have to underground through there. So there's plastic, and then copper. We're gonna dial this down a little bit. We're gonna have copper. I'm gonna leave a gap. So there's copper coming in. Now red circuits, we're gonna load them over here. So there's really no sense in running these all over creation. So we're going to try to bring them right in and sneak them right in between all of this. Now, the way these load, these will load on this side of the belt. Okay, so the left side. These will load on the right side of the belt. So the great thing about this design is you can merge them and not lose any throughput. Just like that. This top one will be for the second stack that hopefully will inevitably be put in place. So first of all, this bottom one, this is the important one. we're going to want... I like to lay all these out first. Get these. We're only going to have four cars. 4 cars is plenty. I mean, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of these things. So there is one. If we have a second stack, I can load the other side. So we can just have even more waiting for us when the train arrives. Okay, can we? Oh, we can stretch all the way across that. Beautiful. I doubt we can do the same to this though. So we're gonna have to. Oh, we can do that. Oh, that feels so good to be able to do that. And then this one, come all the way across. Like that, and yeah, we should be good to go. So one of these is plastic. It doesn't really matter which is which. They use the same amount of plastic and circuits. So yeah, either one of these can be plastic, whichever work out best for your design. Oh, look at that! Trees appeared right in the center of town here. That's not cool. All right, so I want another one of these, and these are going to go up. So this is plastic. And copper, that's going to be routed a little bit differently. So these are the green circuits here. And we're going to dial this back. Dial back one more. Okay, so these, I'm glad I gave myself ample space in here. I'm really glad I did that. Because I still have 2 extra that I can use for these ones down here. So that works out well. So glad I gave myself so much space. I was kind of pondering whether or not to do that. Okay, so there is the green. Now we need copper, which is way up at the top here. And let's dial this one, give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room. And copper is one of those that we are going to use a ton of. So I'm actually going to take both of these and merge them together. Because I think that is required, because it's this setup uses quite a lot of copper. So we're going to dial it up in here. There is copper ready to go. Now we don't really have the production capabilities of it, but now it's power time. And pretty even set of power requirements here. Just trying to get all the inserters covered. Very important. Get everything in there. Oh, we're going to be one shy. Can I wiggle out of any one of these? I can't. Darn. Okay, and then one on this side. One up. There we go. And I need an extra one on the bottom for reasons. There we go. And do we have robo coverage in here? See, we don't have any coverage where the engines are. I would like to have some coverage up here, just because I think it would benefit us greatly. So let's get one of these. Why is this not Okay, so we can't put it that far in. So let's put it, try to evenly space these out. And of course they don't have any power, so we need to connect it to the main branch. So everything has power now. Ooh, we got a little spike there while we were charging. Ooh, wow, that was... Thank you for that delivery. Everything is set to go. What am I waiting on? Oh yeah, I was gonna do fuel. So, requester chests at the stations. We're gonna request solid fuel, and we're gonna request like 50 of them. So, deliver. How much solid fuel do we have? Oh, no. Here. Oh, yeah, we got thousands of it. And the trains don't actually use that much that fast. Just over time. Over time, it adds up. So as they're delivering it, we should be able to load it up just fine. Alright, so now we need power on this side of things. So let's make sure we're all connected on this side as well. Here. There we go. A little overkill with power, but it is what it is. I'm not concerned with it. Alright, there we go. This is the Red Science, or Red Circuit pack, or Red Circuit's construction system. And I doubt, you know, with the copper coming through, I doubt it'll actually make it to the end. But, you know, we can always cut off from the bottom if we really, really wanted to. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting these things loaded up, ready to go, and properly limited. And these chests, probably going to limit these chests to just one row. Pretty much all of these are going to be limited to one row, because the trains are going to come by every minute, and I don't think they're going to be using that many. But that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.